Once upon a time, deep in the heart of a sun-dappled forest, there was going to be a summer talent festival where all the animals could showcase their skills. The bunnies were going to hop in a synchronized dance, the birds would be singing their melodious songs, and the deer would be leaping over logs in a breathtaking display of agility. Among them, the cat was also preparing for the show. Every day she would practice singing in the sun-warmed grass, her voice as sweet as honey. She would sing about her adventures in the forest, about the butterflies and bees, and about chasing the rabbits in the tall grass. And with each note, her confidence grew. She believed she was going to win the blue ribbon for the best singing. In the background, a little mouse was always listening intently. He didn't have any particular talent that he knew of. He couldn't sing like the birds, dance like the bunnies, or leap like the deer, and so he stayed quietly in his hole, content to simply watch and listen to the preparations for the show. The day of the show arrived, and one by one, the animals took to the stage. The birds sang sweetly, the deer gracefully leaped over logs, and the bunnies hopped in perfect synchronicity. When it was the cat's turn, she stepped onto the stage and began to sing. Her voice echoed through the forest, telling tales of bravery and adventure. The audience, mesmerized by her enchanting performance, applauded warmly. But as the cat basked in the applause, a strange sound drifted from the edge of the forest. At first, it was barely noticeable, just a faint scratching. But as the minutes passed, the sound grew louder, more defined, until it filled the clearing. It was the sound of a piano, and it was beautiful. Curious, the cat left the stage and followed the music. It led her to an old, gnarled tree, and as she looked up, she saw a tiny opening. With her head, she pushed aside a leaf that was blocking her view, and what she saw made her gasp. Inside the hollow of the tree sat the little mouse. His paws were moving so swiftly over the keys that at times they were a blur. His eyes were closed, and his whiskers twitched in time with the music. He was playing a bolero, and the cat stood there, spellbound, not hearing the applause that had broken out behind her, not seeing the admiration in the eyes of the other animals. When the music ended, the cat slowly approached the tree and called out to the mouse, "You were amazing. You have to come and show everyone your talent." The mouse opened his eyes, startled, and then looked down at his paws as if ashamed. "Oh, no, I couldn't possibly do that. You see, I'm just a mouse, and all I do is collect berries and nuts and scurry around my hole." "Nonsense," said the cat. "You have a gift, and you must share it with everyone." And so the cat convinced the shy mouse to come out of his hole and onto the stage. When the other animals saw that it was just a tiny mouse, many of them laughed and made fun of him, but the cat stopped them with a sharp glare. Then she turned to the mouse and said, "This is your moment. Play for everyone." With trembling paws, the mouse began to play. As the first notes rang out, a hush fell over the crowd. They had never heard anything so beautiful. The mouse played on, his heart pounding in his chest, but his paws flying over the keys. When he finished, there was a moment of silence, and then the crowd erupted into applause. It was the most beautiful music they had ever heard. The mouse, blushing with happiness, took and in that moment he felt seen, truly seen, for the first time in his life. The cat, watching from the side, smiled. She knew that this little mouse with his gentle heart and his amazing talent would never forget this day. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, the awards ceremony began. The deer got the prize for athleticism, the bunnies won for their synchronized performance, and the birds were awarded for their beautiful singing. And when they announced the award for the best talent, all eyes turned to the humble mouse. He was shy, but the cat nudged him forward and whispered, "Go on, it's your moment." Taking a deep breath, the mouse went on to the stage and accepted the blue ribbon with trembling paws. From that day on, the mouse was no longer just a mouse. He was the mouse who played beautiful music, and the cat was proud to call him her friend. And so we see that true talent can often be hidden behind a quiet exterior. We should never underestimate anyone. We might just be in the presence of greatness without even realizing it.